Good day, I'm Lorraine Mendez and this is your JIS News for Tuesday, November 27. Jamaica has signed a $285 million contingent credit loan facility with the Inter-American Development Bank. The funds are expected to provide immediate financing during the emergency recovery phase following a natural disaster. Prime Minister Andrew Holness made the announcement Monday during his address to the IMF's high-level conference on building resilience to disasters and climate change in the Caribbean. Mr. Holness says the loan facility is one of the ways Jamaica is creating and strengthening the national platforms for hazard risk reduction. Others include the planting of climate change resilient corals, mainstreaming climate change in every single endeavor of government, and including disaster risk financing in the state's fiscal policy framework. In the meantime, the Prime Minister has challenged small island developing states, SIDS, to broaden their disaster resilience dialogue with development partners to include slow onset events.
The Caribbean needs to immediately engage in fruitful dialogue with its partners with a view to comprehensively assessing all climate risks, assessing the available resources, as well as developing and implementing tools that are essential for building resilience to all climate-related impacts, not just the ones that we see happening every year during the hurricane season, or with major rain events or earthquake events, but those that are slowly eating away at our capacity to survive.
Prime Minister Holness also reiterated his call for multilaterals to find alternatives, such as a vulnerability index for SIDS to access climate change adaptation funding. The Vision 2030 Jamaica Secretariat says it has completed work to support the development of the fourth medium-term socio-economic policy framework, MTF. The document, which will be presented to Cabinet shortly for review and approval, underpins implementation of the country's long-term national development plan. Program Director for the Secretariat, Elizabeth Emmanuel, says the document covers 2018 to 2021 and has been reviewed by a wide range of stakeholders. She says 8 national strategic priorities have been shortlisted under the 2018 to 2021 MTF, in keeping with the 4 goals of Vision 2030 Jamaica.
These strategic priorities, along with their associated projects, programs and activities, will assist in moving Jamaica towards a secure and prosperous future for all our people.
Ms. Emmanuel was speaking at the Planning Institute of Jamaica's recent quarterly media briefing. The national goals are to ensure Jamaicans are empowered, the Jamaican society is secure, cohesive and just, Jamaica's economy is prosperous, and that Jamaica has a healthy and natural environment. Jamaicans now have access to a second National Linear Cancer Treatment Center, this time in Kingston. The center, which is located on the grounds of the St. Joseph's Hospital, was opened on Monday. It was constructed at a cost of $860 million, with financing from the National Health Fund, the Chase Fund, and the Tourism Enhancement Fund. Speaking at the opening ceremony, Health Minister Dr. Christopher Tufton said cancer accounted for 70% of deaths among Jamaicans with non-communicable diseases annually.
I believe that what we have done over these many years, before my time and since my time as minister, is to effectively ensure that as a country, as a people, we have the most modern equipment to deal with those who are unfortunate enough to be diagnosed with cancer.
The opening of the Kingston Centre comes just over a year after a similar facility was opened at the Caenwood Regional Hospital in Montego Bay. Tourism Minister Edmund Bartlett says plans are now underway to develop St. Thomas as Jamaica's newest tourism destination. He says over $30 million has been spent on a tourism development assessment project for the parish. This includes a 6-month consultation with technical and skilled planners to design a St. Thomas tourism destination plan.
The government of Jamaica has targeted the parish for special development focus, and tourism has been selected as a key driver for that development.
According to Minister Bartlett, the assessment will guide product development and marketing strategies to sustainably develop the destination.
It related also to an infrastructure development plan, which is to see the realignment and creation of a new highway arrangement that will connect Kingston to Port Antonio along this corridor. And what it will do is to open up new areas for development.
He says consultants will now move into the next phase of preparing a tourism destination development and management plan for the parish. The minister was speaking at the recent official opening of the License Beach in St. Thomas. The Ministry of Gender has launched its No Excuse for Abuse public education campaign in an effort to end gender-based violence in Jamaica. At Sunday's launch, State Minister Orlando Tarilong appealed for Jamaicans to join the government in ending violence against women and girls by not turning a blind eye to such acts. He was representing Portfolio Minister Olivia Grange at the International Day for the Elimination of Violence Against Women church service.
This is not another campaign to sensitize people about the horrific effects of violence against women. We all know the horrific effects of violence against women. This campaign is about behavior change. It is about destroying the conditions that enable, condone, and treat violence against women as a normal part of life.
And finally, the Jamaica Defense Force JDF is investigating the circumstances surrounding the cause of an emergency landing of one of its helicopters on Monday. The pilot, who was the sole occupant, landed the aircraft in an open field in Dunbeholden, St. Catherine. He was taken to the hospital for medical evaluation. National Security Minister Dr. Horace Chang has expressed gratitude that there was no loss of life as a result of the incident. Meanwhile, the JDF's Civil Military Corporation and Media Affairs Officer Major Basil Jarrett is urging residents to keep away from the site of the incident. He's also asking the public to report any aircraft parts found to the JDF headquarters at Up Park Camp by calling 876-960-8776. And that's it for JIS News Today. I'm Lorraine Mendez. Thanks for watching.